And I want to say we should be good to go with no hesitation. Welcome to
Hello.
Toss and Turn. My name is Eudes, and this is my sister Melissa.
Melissa, hello. How are you?
Maybe my voice was too loud when I did that, but
You can try it again.
okay. Hello, welcome. Hello, welcome. This is Toss and Turn. I want you guys to meet my sister, Melissa.
How are you? Hello.
Yeah. We're here. This is Toss and Turn. I just wanted to start up this show. We are on YouTube. We are on Podbean, I think. Yeah. Well, the description is all down below if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're listening in, thank you. So thanks for tuning in. We're going to start ripping some Band-Aids. I literally wanted to start a show talking about us. Raised in Washington Heights. We are from Dominican Republic. Well, my sister was born here, but we would take long vacations in Dominican Republic. And we wanted to bring up conversations regarding our experience and our upbringing up in New York.
Yeah, we're living in NYC for a very long time. Our moms were living in this specific building for a very long time. We grew up in this building for the most part. My mom's still here, so, you know, we tend to spend a lot of time here. Yeah, growing up in Washington Heights, it was interesting. We were very outdoorsy kids.
Yeah, we ended up going to the park a lot. Like, I feel like the only time our mom actually would dedicate a lot of time to like family. We'd have a lot of parties on the weekends, but also a lot of times outdoors because we would have too much energy to be bottled up. Yeah. I was a quiet kid though, from my understanding. Like, I don't really recall a lot of my history, but what I do know is that I was quiet. She always said that I would be in a nook, but I think it had to do with like language barrier as far as like learning English and all that stuff. So I got into a lot of fights growing up. We ended up spending a lot of time doing outdoor events and in the park.
We always had bicycles and rollerblades and roller skates, even though most of them would be hand-me-downs. She still got them.
Yeah.
And even if when we didn't have those things, we'd be downstairs playing with our friends. We'd play freeze tag in front of the building. I remember that.
Yeah.
Or right here next to us, there was a school. Well, there is a school, Juan Pablo Duarte.
Yeah, PS 132. Word up.
And we play in their little playground area a lot. So
I still practice in that space. It's redone. They put police lights in there, so no more pissing in the corners for those. What is it that they degenerates? Those degenerates outside pissing in the streets. Yeah.
We'd also be downstairs. I know I personally spent a lot of time just sitting around downstairs, just people watching, especially when the pompa was open.
Oh, right.
Pompa would be open right here on 183rd.
Yeah, during the summertime and summer heat waves, even now, this past summer, there was a lot of them open on 184 and 182nd. But they put a deterrent on there, like, you know, we got around it.
Anyway.
Yeah, we got around it.
They try anyway.
Big magnets. Get that out of the circle. I need to get comfy.
Let's see. There was a John's Fried Chicken for those of you who live in Washington Heights. There was a John's Fried Chicken right here on 183rd. It was probably the best spot ever.
That was a livelihood, for sure.
Yeah.
I grew up more or less rollerblading and skateboarding. Not as good as a lot of people, just like decent enough on skateboard. But the rollerblades, I used to do grinds, like rail descents. I would cut up cones and set them up on my rollerblades. And I did a lot of like active stuff where I was able to go out late at night. In my teens, like 14, 13, I would come back home like at 11:30, 12, sometimes 1. So I was definitely not doing so good in school because of it. But she was a A student.
AB student.
A-B student. Sure. She ended up moving to Texas. Lived out there for a bit.
Yeah.
Went to an all-women's college.
Texas Women's University, which used to be an all-women's college university. Now, men, you are welcome to go. Although there will be more women than men there, but I guess that's the whole reason
So
that
guys,
go.
Yeah. Reason to go. Maybe your education will still plummet in an all-women's, like mostly women dominant than school. But yeah, I did 2 years in Bronx Community College. I went for computer science, but at the same time, I didn't. I just had to rip that Band-Aid off because by the time I went to college, because of, we'll get into it, I'm like full Dominican in the sense that I was not born here, where my sister is American. In that sense, she was born here, and so is my younger brother. I had to get my green card again and get my citizenship. Yeah, our mom, God bless her soul. God bless her soul, because she's a hustler. She got us out here. And when I say that, I do say that in the best of ways, because that woman worked her ass off in all respects. And she's like always giving back to the community in whatever regards. We would host families coming from DR, and like a lot of people launched through us as a gatekeeper to the New York.
They always
area.
stayed here for like a month. Sometimes they
3
stayed
months
at
or
least
4 months,
2 years, 3 years sometimes.
Yeah.
Because remember.
Until they get residencies for themselves.
So
But yeah, they know who they are. Shout outs to you. We see you. We see you doing really well. And we love you for it. You didn't become like, what is that, like a parasite? Where you're just like attached to us by the hip. You became independent, learned English. Super impressive for those of you struggling with English. We definitely taught English for most of our upbringing. Like that was part of the process.
Yeah.
We'd have to teach English to people that were
people
coming.
that were coming in.
Yeah, and Washington Heights, man. Shout outs to everyone in the neighborhood, because there's a barter system that goes on here if you're from here. And my mom made that happen for us really well.
She did.
Yeah. I think overall our experience in this neighborhood, I didn't branch out of this neighborhood till like 16, 15, I want to say, when I got a bicycle, when I was able to like kind of barter my way into working at a bike shop, Tread Bike Shop, shout out to you. They let me like hone a skill that I use to this day, because I'm working for City Bike as an educator in the field of mechanics. Like I teach them, their new hired mechanics, how to repair the bikes. So yeah, I learned all those trade skills through working at the bike shop. I became a mechanic, then a sales representative, then I was a manager for a short time, and then I moved on. I still go back there to this day. The cycling community has only grown, and I only see it to grow. Where my sister's also in education, she is an educator.
Department of Education.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about that. You moved to Texas.
Yeah, I graduated high school, went into the military, just because I had a real urge to go into the military.
Yeah.
Weird. I had my college picked out. I was gonna be a veterinarian, and a recruiter came in one day and he was like, "Oh, I have a great opportunity, blase, blase." And I was like, "Great, I want to go." Of course, my mom is like, "What's wrong with you? Are you crazy?" My teachers were like, "What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? Is there something wrong? Do we need to call the CPS? Like, what's going on?" And I'm just like, "No, I just really want to go into the military." Best decision of my life. Back then, it was an army of one. It's great. I don't know what the slogan is right now. It's been over 14 years.
Yeah.
But it was a great experience. I always tell people that I do it all over again, except for the gas chamber. No. And
What is that? That's like
gas chamber is pretty much when they put you in an enclosed space, and they take
with gas. They like pull the pin,
Yep.
drop the bomb in
drop the
there.
gas bomb, and it's pretty much a
You're supposed to stay in there?
yes, but this is more of a training exercise to make sure that you can seal your gas mask.
Ah, so like
But
in there you
before
gotta
you-
conceal
yeah.
and then be able to
So
breathe.
you walk in and you seal you put on your gas mask, you seal it, you walk in, and then of course they make you take it off because they're, DICKSs. And so you're literally standing there choking for a couple seconds, maybe a minute, depending on how much they want to have you in there, and then finally you get out. But yeah, it was
Is
pretty
that
much
the
just
thing
a
that
training
people puke?
exercise.
Like people
Yes.
puke out of it.
Yep.
They got like red runny
Yep.
nose.
Anywhere where liquids can come down, they will come out.
You.
Just FYI. But yes, it is horrendous, and
Yeah, but you were out shooting guns this weekend.
yeah, we actually last weekend I went to Texas and I got back on the range. It was such a lot of fun.
Who was it
that was probably one of the
you
most.
were with? You think you can name him?
Cano, yeah.
Cano.
Call him Cano El Mexicano. He is the first Mexican from Texas that I met that was not 5 feet tall. Sorry about that. But yes, I
What you
grew
mean
up
not
in
5 feet? How tall is he?
NYC. He's 6'3".
Holy crap, that's a big
So
dude.
growing up in NYC, Washington Heights, my experience with Mexicans were all short, mullets, drunk. So that's what we were used to.
But
so
it's also like we were, like our family is very interesting. Like in this building, we grew up con la quebradita,
yeah,
like
el gato y el ratón.
el gato y el ratón.
Yeah, eating tortillas with black beans.
Yo, like
Yeah, we had
the
like true Mexicans
culture
in this building.
of the Spanish community, like even PR, like I got Mike, if you're there, Mina, they were my peoples, and those are Puerto Rocks. Like I grew up with them, you know. The only other Dominican that I hung out with was Edison, who's now I think somewhere in the middle of the States. I don't even recall. Like he has a kid, got married in the middle of the States.
Nice.
But Jay Boogie or Jay Lopez or however you want to call him, he's the other hot, sexy Lopez in the world. Josh, you know, if it wasn't for him and his whole family, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So a lot of respect has to be shown. And he's a Puerto Rican descendant. So the Hispanic community is like intermingled in this neighborhood for sure. It's a little bit more Dominican dominant, but that doesn't even play because we got, I want to say, the Jewish
It's right
outside.
2 avenues away.
Yeah, 2 avenues, and
in each direction.
they're strong in this area. Like they own buildings,
Oh,
they
yeah.
own schools, they have pedicab buses that like route them to and from the trains.
Yeah.
And I saw that all coming up. I mean, they all dress the same kind of black attire. They're very visible and vocal about what happens in their distinct avenues. But yeah, I think overall we grew up in a really like mix, and I gotta say like our mom was the one that's like always inviting. She would create these big pots of food and bring them over. So there was always some type of party, and if there wasn't a party on a weekend, it was like we're stuck outside in the park. Like get out of the apartment and go spend that energy. But yeah, so Texas, you got to shoot.
Yeah. Went to the military, fun times. Saw a friend, Cano, I haven't seen him in a very, very long time. Went to the range. Still got it, by the way. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I saw your targets. Your targets, like you were hitting bullseye. You'd cause some severe damage with whatever gun.
So
You shot a
zombie
handgun?
apocalypse, you guys. Bring
Yeah.
me the guns.
She's ready.
I'm ready.
She's ready.
But let's see.
I'm more of the knife throwing,
You're
sword
yeah.
wielding. I enjoy that. I have a ton of swords here. I even have a few kempo sticks and staffs. Like I got throwing, and if you don't know, I like archery too. So anything that's really primal, I'm okay with. I do a lot of target practice stuff inside of my apartment, like shooting down the halls, and I just say watch out. Watch out. I make sure no one's in the home. I did it before when I lived out in Brooklyn for a bit. I lived in Harlem for a bit, Spanish Harlem, and now I'm back in Washington Heights. It's gonna be fun living in this area because even our brother's in the neighborhood. So like we get to see each other on the weekends. He recently had a kid. His name is Sebastian. First in our family, my mom turned into a grandma. We're the older.
Finally.
We're the older ones, so we had that pressure. But Alex decided to take it upon himself.
Which is
Or
perfectly
Alex
okay
Yeah.
with me.
A-okay, bro.
Yeah, like by all means, take the reins.
I mean, I spend most of my mornings with him Monday through Friday. He gets dropped off. I come over and I'm like, cool.
Yeah, we
Cool.
spend a lot of time here. But let's see, yeah. Military. Met my ex-husband, for those of you who may have known that I was married.
Yeah, I didn't mention it this time around. This is our second take, by the way.
Got a divorce, best decision ever made.
Yeah. Camera's been messing up on me. So.
Yeah. And then I stayed in Texas, and while in Texas, I just went to school. It took me a very long time because of all the
Military.
stuff that I was going through, and getting a house, getting a divorce, and moving.
Yeah, but you did all that and
Then did
came
all
out on
that,
top.
and now I'm back here.
Yeah, and you got married in New York.
I did.
Like, you flew out over here, got married here, and then moved back. I mean, a New York wedding is kind of...
Yeah.
Alex had his in Hawaii.
That's probably more.
Yeah,
His
mind
was a
blown.
lot nicer than mine, though.
Yeah, but it's because of his wife. His wife has family in Australia that
Yeah,
wanted to
should be
come,
here,
and
yeah.
we were like, let's meet halfway around the world.
Which perfectly fine because I don't think any of us have ever been to Hawaii, so
Yeah,
that's good. It's a good experience.
Yeah, I really don't like to
for
travel.
them.
I got friends everywhere, and they're always inviting me. And maybe it is because of my budget, but at the same time, I'm super comfortable in New York.
Yeah, no, I like to travel. I go to Costa Rica, the Bahamas, Cayman Islands.
I'll definitely be traveling this year. We got 2 places that we want to go. We also used to travel a lot just to Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Like, we'd spend a month and a half there, like all summer, really.
Too much. Too much
So
time.
we got fed up and we stopped going. But this upcoming summer we have to go. It's almost a mandatory trip.
Yeah.
And we haven't
It's
gone
been a
in
long
4
time.
years yet.
I have longer than them, but I don't go. So.
Yeah. And it's not that we don't have comforts out there. There's a house, 2-car garage, like super nice. It's unnecessary.
Yeah,
We've
been
been
there,
there,
done
done
that.
that,
No, it's kind of.
But normally when I go, it's like to go camping or some radical stuff and shoot
Yeah.
some guns. She does the shooting of the guns here. I do the shooting of the guns over there. Like
Go to some nicer
escopetas,
beaches or some freezing rivers.
9mm.
Eat food
Pat,
off
pat,
the
pat.
road. Yeah, things.
I think it's a necessary thing for people to just know how to use
Yes.
a weapon
I concur.
of any sort. Take a martial arts class.
Some type of self-defense, whether it's
Yeah,
using.
because she's trained in
Yeah, 'cause
CQC.
I can't.
That's close quarter combat,
If I can even still do it again, it's been a very long time.
if you say so.
But
I think that shit is all extreme.
Yeah.
She's gonna break a nose.
yeah.
Don't tempt her.
But
Short
I'm
temper.
not afraid of eye gauging. So
Yeah.
that will definitely be my first defense.
She's.
Cause yeah, that shit hurts. Just letting you know. So
Oh man.
just try. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I like the idea of people learning a little bit of self-defense. I have over 15 years of practicing a specific martial arts. I started later in life, 21. It was a decision that came after much contemplation as to what am I gonna do with my life. And it just happened to align, and I ended up in a really good school with a really great teacher, and I still practice it to this day. So we'll talk more in detail about that. In the previous recording, I said too much. So
He went down the rabbit hole.
yeah, I definitely. So I could spiral out of control when it comes to like having conversations. I need to refrain from doing that unless the questions are being asked. So
Yeah.
this is the point where you can actually comment down below.
Or
And
you
if
can
anything
ask
that
us
we've-
to dive deeper into anything that we've touched upon, or
For sure.
anything else that we might have not touched upon, because
Yeah.
there's probably some things that we didn't or we failed to mention that you guys might be like, well, what about?
Yeah.
And that's perfectly okay.
And it's interesting enough to be back, to have you back because you're like the bridge between me and Alex. I feel like
The middleman.
she's the only girl. We're two boys, so I want to say that that's why like a lot of the stuff that we did in the playgrounds or coming up, she's very hands-on. She actually holds her own in the room too, so she'll let you know exactly how she feels when she's feeling it.
Yeah, I'm very bad at hiding my facial expressions.
Yeah, me too. Like yesterday, I was out with Judy, and I can't fake the funk. I can't.
Me neither.
Pretend to be happy for the moment
Me
to
neither.
make other people comfortable. That's just not my vibe. If I'm not feeling you, I'll let you know. But if I'm willing to like stand you, I'm good. Like you can be in the same space, I might not talk to you.
Yeah.
And then if you're
same.
giving me that vibe, I'm just gonna let you know, yo, what's up? You good? Oh, you don't want to hang? Great. Then we should just cut ties. I mean, to say the least, I feel like I have no enemies. But hey, if you're an enemy, what's good?
Growing up, we had a very tight little circle. It was always
Yeah, it's the same people all the
It's
time.
always the same people all the time, and it was people because we felt very comfortable with them, and we were all pretty much in the same situation, or growing up in the same, or going to the same school, or growing up in the same block, or whatever the case may be.
And the
But we
circle
all
has
got
stayed
along,
small.
yeah. And it has stayed very small. So, I know I don't have a lot of friends.
I'm super blessed to have like 10 years with the same crew.
Yeah.
I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you just saw me hanging out with them in the gym. But it's not like we hang out every day. So yeah, the circle stays pretty tight. But when we hang, it's a good hang. It's like productive. I like taking photos and doing cinematography as a freelance. I also dabble in editing. That's why I felt like this would be a necessary step. It opens up our conversations. I get to hang with you more and pick your brain as to what you've done or what you're currently doing. Like, we got a few things.
Keeping it on the wraps for now.
Yeah, we got to do it first. We're all about action. If it's, like, let's not boast. It's action, and then let's talk about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, too, because, not everybody's going to be like, oh, that's going to be great. Some people are going to be like, oh.
Yeah, a lot of negativity out there.
I firmly believe in some supporting people not being very supportive. So
yeah,
I rather just.
What do you mean? Like people that normally support you?
No,
will give
just
you negative?
people who you think will be happy for you will kind of just be like,
yeah.
Or secretly, I don't know. I don't really like expressing a lot. Like I would tell my really close friends about things, but you can't tell everybody about your stuff because not everybody's gonna always want to support you. Some people are true haters, and they do a very good job at undercover. Keeping it on the wraps.
Yeah, that's where I feel like I'm super blessed because I've had a very dark time, and you were around for it. You actually sat by my bed when I'm kind of broken and in my own headspace, so I appreciate that so much. And it helped me out of my nook, but not everybody has a sibling or a sister or a brother to confide in, because Alex has been like day one, number one supporter. He hates me to an extent because he calls me lazy, and I'm like, whoa, that's the complete opposite. Like, that's where the name comes from. Toss and turn would be like the idea of me. I don't really sleep much. And the name came about like 4 years ago too. I was walking down the streets with Felix. We ended up going into the park. I think we were walking Leche that day with Steph. So shout out to the crew. That's the OG Tre Bike Shop clique. Like I said, we keep the family pretty tight. So they've been around forever and a day. But yeah, I was walking down with him and I was bouncing name ideas off of my immediate people, and he hit me with like, yo, but you don't sleep, how about Toss and Turn? And I was like, damn, bro, TNT, that's dynamite, kid. We out here. Yeah, hell yeah. I like that name. So here we are, Toss and Turn. I've used it on many of my videos as far as like a production name, but I think this is going to be more personal. And it brings the idea that I am a bit of an insomniac, hence the bags under my eyes, but I hear that that's from like dehydration. So I'm going to start really pushing water into my regimen, which I heard that you got to do a gallon a day, no matter how much food consumption
Yeah.
you take in, and
I'm
I
gonna try
don't
that
do
too.
that too well. I mean, I sip a cup here and there, but it's just not enough.
I drink a lot of water in the summer.
Mm.
I always carry a bottle of water.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm on a plant-based diet where she isn't, and our mom, she's MacGyvered her way. I want to say she's MacGyvered her way. She like grabs things for me, she preps things, and then she'll still make her wonderful food, which is like seasoned really well. She loves cooking. She's been cooking. Recently got to ask her that question since she was like 4 years of age. Like she was able to get into the kitchen at 10, but she was prepping and washing stuff at the age of 4. So she has more than multiple decades. And I feel like a lot of people would have been like, oh, put her in a restaurant because she cooks huge pots.
Yeah, we always said that, like a little food truck.
She
would be
cooks
really cool,
huge
but-
pots. Yeah.
Even if she just sells it out of her house, like.
Yeah, but we're not. We're really comfortable, and it's not a necessary evil.
Yeah.
And she gives back so much that kind of putting her in a kitchen is not where we want her to be. But yeah, so we are here. We're gonna be talking once a week. I want to say 30 to 45 minutes. So if you like what you're seeing or hearing, please stay tuned. Catch us on TossnTurn NYC.
_NYC.
_NYC. She's gonna keep on catching me with that. But if you type in TossnTurn NYC on YouTube, we'll pop right up. The podcast channel is Podbean, and you can punch in Toss and Turn, I think, on Google now. Or my name, Eudes Espino, EUDES ESPINO. You'll see me all over the net. My sister's a little bit more discreet, but she's on there. But who you can try to follow is this little guy down here.
This is Diesel. For those of you who haven't seen him, he is my dog. I got him when he was 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
In Texas. Drove 2 hours for this little one. And he was
an old man.
He was about the size of this notebook when I got him. He was the cutest thing on earth. He is a Papillon. He's French.
He's still cute though.
Yes, he's gonna be 10 years old. Actually, what is today?
Today is the 5th.
So on the 8th of January, he will turn 10 years old. So he is really an old man, even though he looks super young. But he does have an Instagram page, and it is Diesel El Papillon. That's DIESELELPAPILLON.
What a plug.
Follow him. He's cutie. I try to post as much as I can, but you know, sometimes he's just, most of the time this is what he does. He just lays around. We have to have him close because he hates being alone. That's partly my fault, and I'll probably get into another episode about how my dog loves.
Oh, but he's also really well trained.
So,
He's also super, like, he's done a great job. He's very quiet. I mean, he barks when someone rings the door, which is a great alert system.
yeah, good.
So it's good to have him on the opposite side or wherever the distance is, because he's alerted right away.
This is what he does. Super cute. Let
I
me know
think
if
so.
you also want to see videos of him or want him to make more
No, that's not what this
more
channel's going to be
appearances.
about. Sure. Okay.
on
Diesel,
here.
you got any comments to tell the people?
Nope.
Great.
Nope, not at all.
No comments.
But yes, if you want to know anything else or you have any questions or you want us to elaborate on anything,
Yeah, this is our first episode.
let us know.
Our first episode, take 2.
Yes.
Yeah, because the other one ran a little bit too rampant, and my cameras were failing.
Rampant. And
Yeah,
so we're here all day long.
some motorcycle going by.
I just snorted.
Oh, no, that's you snorting, yeah. But that was a motorcycle going by.
Yeah, we hear this all the time.
Yeah.
And it's very loud in this corner.
I
But yeah, so comment below if you want us to talk about anything extra, any questions you may have, whether it's for LD, aka Eudes, I call him LD.
Now they're gonna want to know what that's
No.
for, man. What are you doing to me?
My
We'll leave it right
yeah.
there.
I call him LD, you call him Eudes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, leave a comment below. Let us know. What do you want to hear? Did we bore you? Do you want us to wear suits? I mean,
Well, yo, we're not wearing
whatever.
suits. No, we're in the comfort. I mean, if we have a guest over, I'm gonna definitely have
I mean,
people
not
over.
like a suit, like I mean, like suits, like a funny hat or a butterfly ears or whatever the hell it is that you want us to wear.
What?
Whatever's gonna entertain you. People are weird. They have weird kinks. You never know. You know, you might be like,
Okay, you win on that front.
do a beach scene. Sure, why not? We'll make some mimosas or some
Oh yeah,
margaritas
we
and
could definitely do that. I like where your head's at.
Yeah, you know,
This is gonna be fun.
help us help you.
Yeah. Episode 1, one and done? No,
And done.
This is take 2. This is take 2 and done.
Peace.
Peace. Thanks for tuning in. This is Toss and Turn NYC. Until next time, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Be
Stay
well.
happy, stay healthy, drink water.
Yeah. Stay happy, stay healthy, drink water. Oh, that's dope.
Stay
That's
happy, stay healthy,
great.
drink water.
All right. Yeah, I'm out. I gotta edit all this stuff, so I'm definitely. These are you coming? All right, great. Don't trip into the thing. This one wasn't recording.